America's Unknown Child, the chilling mystery of 1957. In 1957, a cardboard box was found in the woods of Philadelphia, containing the lifeless, bruised body of a young boy, naked and malnourished. With no name, no missing person report, and no one to claim him, he became known as the boy in the box. For 65 years, his identity remained a mystery, haunting America. Who was this child, and why was he abandoned? This is the chilling story of America's Unknown Child. The discovery. On February 25, 1957, a cold winter morning in Philadelphia, a local teen exploring Fox Chase Woods discovered a cardboard box. Inside was a tiny, lifeless body of a boy, naked, bruised, and severely malnourished. The shocking find raised a terrifying question. Who was this child, and why was he abandoned so heartlessly? The box, a JCPenney bassinet box, seemed ordinary, but it held a dark mystery that would haunt Philadelphia for decades. Despite efforts to identify him, no one came forward, and the child remained nameless. The silence surrounding his death was chilling, with no clues or leads to uncover his identity. For years, the case would remain one of America's most disturbing mysteries, a tragedy that would eventually become known as the boy in the box. The investigation begins. Once the police were notified, the investigation began, but they quickly realized the eerie truth. No one was looking for him. There were no missing child reports matching his description, and no one seemed to know who he was. The boy was buried as a John Doe, and the search for his family seemed to disappear. The police launched a full investigation, posting flyers, running newspaper ads, and even holding public viewings at the morgue, hoping someone would recognize him. But despite all efforts, no one came forward. It was as if the child had appeared out of nowhere. As the days passed, the chilling reality set in. This child had no name, family, or history. The haunting question remained, who was he? And why was he discarded like trash? Theories over the years. As the investigation stalled, the mystery of the boy in the box grew into an unsolved enigma, sparking countless theories. Was he a victim of a failed adoption, a tragic mistake by a foster family, or something darker? One early theory was that the boy was a foster child who had suffered abuse. Some believed he came from a nearby foster home with rumors of mistreatment. The idea of a child abandoned by those meant to care for him sent chills through the community. Was this a case of a broken system? Then came the unsettling story of a woman known as M, who claimed she had bought the boy. She said her mother purchased him, but her story was filled with holes. Was she telling the truth or hiding something darker? And why was her confession never fully investigated? There were also rumors of child trafficking, disturbing whispers that the boy might have been a victim of an underground operation. But with no hard evidence, each theory crumbled as quickly as it emerged. The more leads that were chased, the further the case slipped into the shadows. For decades, these theories swirled, but none of them provided the answers everyone was desperately seeking. Who was this boy, and what twisted events led to his tragic end? The case goes cold. As the years went by, the investigation slowed down. The media moved on, and the boy in the box became just another unsolved case, forgotten or pushed to the back of everyone's mind. Despite the efforts of a few who still believed the boy deserved justice, the case grew cold. His grave became a quiet symbol of unresolved tragedy. The public, once captivated by the mystery, had turned their attention elsewhere. But in the forgotten corners of Philadelphia, whispers about the child in the box never fully disappeared. Every year on the anniversary of the discovery, a few people, detectives, citizens, and even strangers from across the country, gathered at his grave to pay their respects. But without new leads, the case seemed destined to remain a cold case. For 65 years, his name remained unknown. The mystery only deepened, and the pain of the unsolved tragedy lingered. Yet one question continued to haunt the city. Who was this boy, and what happened to him? Modern forensic breakthrough. Just when it seemed the boy in the box's story would never end, technology, specifically forensic science, changed everything. In 2019, a breakthrough occurred that many thought impossible. Forensic genealogy, the same technology that helped solve the Golden State Killer case, was used to unlock the boy's identity. DNA recovered from his body helped trace his lineage through distant relatives. After decades of silence, in 2022, the boy was finally identified. His name, Joseph Augustus Zarelli. He was just 4 years old at the time of his death. His family had been living in the area, but despite the breakthrough, the pain of losing him remained. Joseph's identity was no longer a mystery, but the question of how he died and who was responsible still lingered. The forensic breakthrough was a bittersweet victory. While Joseph's name was uncovered, the case was far from over. His family could finally mourn him by name, but they were still left without answers about the horrors he endured. Remaining questions. While identifying Joseph Augustus Zarelli brought some closure to his family, it also opened an unsettling new chapter. With his identity known, the next question became even more haunting. How did he end up in that box? And more importantly, who was responsible for his death? Despite advances in DNA technology, many questions remain unanswered. The details of Joseph's death are still a mystery. Was he a victim of neglect or abuse, or something even more sinister? And why was he discarded in such an inhumane way? Though there have been some suspects over the years, including potential family members, the case remains unsolved. The police still lack the crucial evidence to make an arrest, leaving the killer, or killers, unidentified. Joseph's story isn't just one of tragedy, it's a story of deep injustice. The boy was left to die alone, and for decades no one knew his name. Now, even with his identity known, the pain of his unresolved death continues to haunt those who followed the case. Conclusion and reflection. The boy in the box may have been abandoned and forgotten, but his story has stayed with us, lingering in our minds and hearts. After decades of mystery, the case reminds us how easily the most vulnerable can slip through the cracks, and how crucial it is to never stop searching for the truth. Joseph Augustus Zarelli may not have had the chance to grow up, but his name will live on. He's no longer the nameless boy in the box. He is Joseph. He is remembered. And though we may never fully understand what happened to him, his story has sparked a legacy of awareness, compassion, and a relentless pursuit of justice. So who was he? He was a 4-year-old boy whose life was tragically cut short, but his story will continue to haunt us. The mystery of the boy in the box may never be fully solved, but his legacy will live on, both as a reminder of the injustices he faced and as a symbol of the unyielding human desire to uncover the truth. As for the unanswered questions, the case remains cold, but it's far from forgotten. The truth is still out there, waiting to be discovered. If you found the story of the boy in the box as haunting and heartbreaking as we have, don't let his legacy fade away. Share this video, spread the word, and keep the search for justice alive. If you have any insights or theories, drop them in the comments below. We want to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe for more true crime mysteries that continue to challenge our understanding of the world. Together, maybe we can shine a light on the darkness and uncover the truth, no matter how long it takes. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious and keep asking the hard questions.